We've never been without water.
At Terra Pharma in Corbett,
It's okay, Zuri.
it's been a week of firsts.
And we've never been locked in ice for this long of a time. So I think we're on day 10 now.
Owner Michael Gubert had to resort to natural sources on Sunday to make sure his animals were taken care of.
We had to basically dunk buckets of water into the creek and haul water up our hill, which our property is all hill, to get water to our pigs, to our cows and goats and puppies over here.
The Corbett Water District tells us a leak in one of their lines completely drained one of their reservoirs, which has never happened before. While Sunday's winter storm warning predicted more ice and dangerous traveling conditions in the area, the Water District says when the melting process starts, they predict even more leaks and potentially more water outages. Gubert says if that happens, hauling water from the creek is still doable, but a lot of hard work.
I would rather have no power than no water, because we have a generator, we can make power, but the water, there's not a lot of options. Think about your farmers out in these situations and know that they're going through a lot, and it's really, really hard work under good conditions, but under conditions like this, it's really stressful and really exhausting.
Closing a chapter of doing business in the city of Portland after more than a decade.
I'm just not getting the people here. They all don't want to come and shop. They just aren't coming.
Michael Ambino's furniture store, Modern Legacy, has been a staple in the Central Eastside neighborhood for years. But after a 90-day reset plan to improve public safety, clear unsanctioned camps, and clean up garbage, he says it didn't create the positive change for him as promised.
We've had a number of incidents, like many other business owners here, people camping, sleeping. I have 2 electrical outlets out front. We know that people use them at night. That means they're jumping the fence, they're in private property. We had our gate locks cut. All kind of lightweight stuff, but over time it just compounds.
These photos are some examples of what he still experiences. Unsanctioned camps still surrounding his business. This Ring camera video caught one RV engulfed in flames, creating a dangerous situation for him and other surrounding properties. Albino says all of this is still driving business away. Due to the lack of business, for the first time in his whole career, he couldn't pay rent.
Even when I had to fold up in California, even to the very last minute, I paid all the bills.
Albino says the lingering problems still facing the Central East Side are still creating a lasting negative image of the neighborhood that is keeping foot traffic away.
I moved to Portland in December of '08, new horizons, a lot of optimism, and the city has provided for me, no doubt. And I'm not saying that it's over, but this chapter is done.
Across town, Portland Mayor Ted Wheeler addressed the Central East Side 90-day reset plan.
At the end of the 90 days, the perception some have is that those resources have not been sustained, as we've had to focus on other hot spots across the city.
Albino says local leaders might present promising numbers of progress in the Central East Side, but at the end of the day, there are still problems impacting his business and others. He says there needs to be more tough love from politicians to fix the multiple crises impacting Portland.
We're just going to have to put our foot down, no matter how much it hurts inside, and say, can't have this.
It was horrible. I couldn't believe it. I was in shock.
Leticia Ramos and her brothers Daniel and Giovanni stand together, with one sibling notably missing.
Even now, I'm still hoping it's just a nightmare. He's gonna come out and be back with us.
Their little brother Jesus was found in his car by police early Thursday morning near the 1100 block of Southeast Cordon Road when they responded to a report of gunfire. His siblings say it's hard to even talk about the brother they never imagined would be gone.
Everyone who knew him, they always describe him as kind, loving. He had a little daughter. She's gonna be 4 this year. He had just gone back to church. He was really excited to progress and be a better person for his daughter.
A brother who loved cars and worked hard to earn the money for the Lexus he was driving the night he was shot. His siblings say the night before, Ramos Torres had gone out to celebrate his 23rd birthday with friends, and they never could have predicted what would follow.
Why? Why they did this to him? Why they left him to die like he was an animal?
And they say it's not the first time they've lost a sibling, and their parents have lost a child.
Going through the pain again, seeing them go through the pain again, it's heartbreaking.
Now, the family is asking for the public's help in sharing any information that could lead to an arrest and justice for the brother they've lost.
He or she is out there living their life their fullest. We deserve justice. He deserves justice.
The buzzing of chainsaws is echoing throughout several metro area neighborhoods as crews try to keep up with the demand for help.
This one's pretty bad, I'd say. I mean, you go anywhere in the neighborhoods, it's a lot of trees. I mean, you look on to this side, you got tree down, tree down, tree down over here, so it's pretty bad.
Arturo Alonso is a crane oiler with Ness Campbell Crane and Rigging, and he says they haven't been able to get out with their cranes to remove trees from homes until the ice thawed.
There's about 3 to 5 picks that we did this morning, and they were all about 15, 20,000 pounds. I think this tree came in at 24 grand.
Now that they can get around safely, they can help families like Luke Bortnum's.
Thankfully, it didn't get to us.
3 trees fell through their second story last Saturday, but they were able to escape just in time.
So I went and looked at the window and I saw his large oak tree coming at us. And so grabbed all the kids and ran downstairs as far away from the window as we could. And the tree landed on our house about 15, 20 seconds later. Because
local arborists were tied up, he says he called a Utah company to help him get some of those trees off their roof. And Ness Campbell came by with a 400-ton crane Saturday morning to finish the job.
I know the crews are working around the clock to try to get people's power. This neighborhood had power and then it lost again because of the trees that fell a couple days ago. So they're working hard and appreciate it.
Drew Marine, Fox 12 Oregon.